loves, welcome back. Today I did a Kim Kardashian inspired look. If you want to see how I achieved it, then keep on watching. Mwah. So as always, I'm going to start off with my brows. I'm just combing them through with my Anastasia number 7 brush. And I'm going to be using my Anastasia Dipbrow in Ebony like always. So here I am just drawing over my brows. When doing your eyebrows, I always recommend to focus the pomade on the outer parts of it just so it makes it seem more natural. I am focusing the pomade on the tail of my eyebrow because I want this part to be the most defined. The outer part of my eyebrow is done. Now I'm going to go with my Pro palette from Anastasia and use the powders. I'm just going to use a mix of ebony and dark brown powders to fill in the inner part of my brow. Sorry that my palette is very dirty from the outside and the inside. So here I am just putting the finishing touches on my eyebrow. And I'm going to start cleaning them up with a mix of NC15 and NC35 concealers from MAC using my 242 brush. I also place the concealer on the outer part of the brow and follow by blending with my finger and then use a brush. This is a Sephora brush. I don't have the exact name, but I will have it for you in the description bar. Once I am done with that step, I like to set my brow with my Givenchy Mr. Brow Groom Gel in Transluscent. So fast forward to the video, I am already almost done with this set brow. I always have trouble doing this brow since it is less full than my other one, but I always try to make it work. Here it's going to look pretty dirty and weird, but I am going to fix it throughout the video and make it look better. Here I show you the magic of editing. I am done with my second brow and I am just going to set it with my brow gel and get to the rest of the face. Now moving on to my face makeup, I am just going to apply some MAC Studio Moisture Cream and I'm going to follow by applying some Dr. Brandt Pores No More primer. So before I start to apply foundation, I'm going to go ahead and do my eyes. Here I am just priming my lids with Soft Ochre Paint Pot by MAC using my Sephora brush. So for shadow today, I'm going to use my Too Faced SemiSweet Chocolate Bar Palette. I was going to go in with the peanut butter shade, but forgot that I had to set my eye primer. So I'm going to be using the white shade, and I'm going to be using my Sephora Pro Crease Brush number 10. Following that white cream shade, I am applying the peanut butter shade with my MAC 224 all over the crease and up my brow bone just to give it a little warmth. With the same MAC 224 brush, I'm going to start applying MAC Brown Script to the crease of both eyes. Now I'm going to apply Saddle all over the lid using my MAC 239 brush. So you are all probably wondering where I got this look from. I was going down Instagram. I saw a picture of Kim Kardashian on the Lily Lashes page. She was wearing the style Goddess and she had this type of look on and I really thought it was really pretty, so I was like, why not go for it? Now I'm using a MAC 221 brush to apply Truffle from the SemiSweet palette. I'm just applying it to the crease to define it a bit more. Now that we are done applying all the shadow, I'm going to go ahead and apply a coat of mascara, and this is the Voluminous Carbon Black from Loreal. And I really like it a lot because it does give you a lot of volume. Now moving on to foundation, I am using a combination of Estee Lauder Doublewear in Cashew and Milani Perfect Conceal in the shade Sand Beige 06. I'm mixing them because the Estee Lauder gives you more wear, it's more matte, and the Milani does wear off throughout the day, so I'll see how these work together. Here I'm just finishing up my foundation, and I am adding some oil drops to my ABH contour kit just to make it more blendable. So while I was filming, I received a knock at my door and this new concealer came in. So I'm using the Tarte concealer in the shade light medium. I love that the applicator is large, that way you can cover the areas faster. And I'll see how it wears and see how I like it and let y'all know. For contour, I am using a mix of all three contour shades from the contour kit, and I'm applying them with my Tom Ford number 11 brush. I apply the contour on the hollows of my cheeks, down the bridge of my nose, around the perimeter of my forehead, and under my chin. After this, I'm going to start blending everything out. The concealer's looking a little too bright, but trust me, I'm going to make it work. I really like it a lot. I like that it blends out really good. So here I am just using my MAC 130 short dual fiber brush to blend out my contour. I really love this brush because it does blend out the contour really good, and it is a good size for my face. So here is where I start baking. I'm just using a wedge and applying my Laura Mercier translucent powder. And I totally forgot about my nose contour and highlight, so I'm going to start blending it out right now. A little trick that I learned, if you want your nose to look really snatched, bake as close as you can to your nose and just leave the bridge with no powder. That way it looks slimmer. I am beginning to bronze up my face, and I am using one of my favorite bronzers. This is the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer, and I am in the shade Deep Tan. And what I use to apply it is my MAC 129 brush, and this brush is amazing for me. I really love how it fits my cheeks and just how it fits around my whole face, as you can see right there. You can see how much color a bronzer can give you. It just gives you a lot of warmth. So I don't know if it's weird or not, but every time I finish bronzing, I go in and powder contour. Here I am using Kevyn Aucoin medium sculpting powder, and I am using it with my mini NARS Ita brush. This step I never forget. I go back with my little wedge and cut my contour. That way my cheeks look really chiseled and my face looks really snatched. So yeah, I'm just applying the translucent powder again here, and that will be removed later on and blended out with a little bit of more bronzer. I'm using Marc Jacobs the bronzer brush to remove the powder from underneath my eyes. Now going back to the eye look, always remember to apply the same color shadows that you used to the bottom lash line, just so the eye look looks more cohesive and it looks put together. Just smoke it out. Here I'm just using my MAC 239 brush to do this, and I really like this brush because it is precise, but at the same time it's fluffy enough to where you're going to get the eyeshadow blended out. After this step, I go in and add some Visine Original drops to my eyes. I do this step because my eyes always end up getting red when I do an eyeshadow. And most of the time they're always red. I always have veins, but this will help with the redness. I'm just adding MAC Prism Blush. This blush is a dusty rose with brown undertones. It is a muted dusty rose, so you can't really tell that I applied it. It looks really natural, but that is why I love it. Going back to the eyes, just applying some lower lash mascara, and this is MAC Extended Play Gigablack Mascara. I really like this one. The wand is really nice and small, so it's really precise to fit it under your lower lash line and really coat your lashes. Onto the lips, I am using Charlotte Tilbury Iconic Nude Lip Cheat Pencil, and I love this color. It pairs really well with the lipstick that I'm going to add next. For the lipstick, I'm going to be using Charlotte Tilbury Very Victoria Matte Lipstick, and I found out that this is actually one of Kim Kardashian's favorite lip combination, so I thought I would try it, and yes, I am in love. To finish up the lips, I just added some MAC Oyster Girl lip gloss. Kim Kardashian did have a little gloss on her lips, so I just thought that I could apply this one, and I think it paired really good. So you can see me smiling here. I was really excited to try this highlighter, Anastasia So Hollywood, and I'm using the Wayne Goss Air Brush. This brush is so nice to apply this highlighter, this specific highlighter, because I tried to apply it with the A23 and I didn't really like it, so this brush just saved the day. If you see some existing highlighter, I did apply some of the Cover FX drops, and honestly I didn't really like the way that they set on my face. I don't know if you can tell, they left 3 dots there, but the So Hollywood covered it up really good. I did put some in the inside corner of my eyes, and I really loved it there. It made my eyes twinkle a little. So for the final step, I am just going back to my brows and redefining them a little bit more, adding more color in them, because with the process and powder and everything, they tend to look a little ashy later on or discolorated, but here I am just applying more color. All done, just fixing my hair here, but if you enjoyed this video, please thumbs it up. Remember to subscribe and follow me on Instagram at Michelle's Makeup Heaven.